Okay, beautiful morning. Good morning. You're welcome to my live stream today. It's me, Gold. You're welcome to my live stream. This morning before I start my work for the day, I'm already set to start my daily work, but I just want to go live now and speak on something that I love to share. Sometime I met a boy I can say was really down emotionally. Sometimes when you see children coming back from school and they tend not to be performing well, and even when they are being given assignments, homework, and they don't perform well, most parents or most mothers, sometimes some of them, when you're not educated, and I see some of them do say, at least when I didn't go to school, let my children go and read and become educated so that I'll be proud of them. And because you're not educated too, and you don't give time to check what they are doing, even if they come back with assignment, or even to ask, what did you really do in school today, to even help the child out, because you don't even know where to start, because you don't know how to go about it. And that's why you sent your child to school, so that that child will be educated. And by handing over that child to the school, the class teacher, they are there to help the child, not only just to teach 1 + 1, 2 + 2. They're still there to be a role model, to help them too, to conquer their fears. Why I'm saying this is because there are children who are gifted and they tend to be performing very well. So sometimes it's as if maybe, oh, the teacher is doing extra things to do. No, some of them are really gifted, and that's why you see them performing very well. And sometimes their parents too do contribute to that, because some of them, their parents are equally educated. They do contribute to their homework. They work together with them and know exactly what they are being given to, the task they are being given, and how they are going to achieve it. So sometime when I was doing my teaching practice, I came across this particular boy. I'm not going to call the name. So I met the boy when I started my teaching practice. So I got to find out that that particular boy is always so shy to do anything. He stays so moody, stays so quiet inside. He stays so quiet. You're welcome. Let me see. Let me welcome you. You want to join the video? Maybe you can accept the video so that you will still appear. Yeah. So when I found out how that boy was really performing, and I tried to watch how the class teacher was really handling them, and when she's teaching, and because by the time you want to introduce the topic and you ask questions on the previous things that you've taught them, to really know whether they understood the last topic you taught, so that you can introduce the new one. When he asked questions, and some of the bright pupils in the class will raise their hand. Yes, yes, please, sir, please, sir, me. You know how children, how they behave. So by the time they raise their hands, I observed that that particular boy don't even raise his hand to answer any question at all. And by the time the teacher watches and he's not even raising his hands, And he will say, oh yeah, you there, you there. And the boy will just fold himself like this, like a kind of, um, I don't know how to put it. He's shy and he doesn't believe in himself again, no confidence. So he will say, oh yeah, answer the question. And that particular child cannot say anything. And other ones, the classmates will be laughing at him. You know, they will start laughing because I noticed that immediately he behaves that way, the next thing the teacher will start to abuse that child and start saying, look at you, Olodo, you can't even do anything. You can't answer anything. Why did I even call you to stand up? Because I know you're going to disappoint me. You can't answer anything. Will you sit down? That's why I put you at the back. Remain there, since you can't learn anything. And the child sits down quietly. And when the classwork is being given to, and he will just be looking at everybody, looking left, right. He didn't even know how to ask his colleagues, his classmates, his seatmates, please, how do I go about this one? I don't understand. At the same time, when the teacher is teaching and he said, is there anybody here who did not understand what I taught you now? Did you understand all? And the child would do his hand like this. He said, hey, what is it? So, sir, I didn't understand. Shut up. Will you sit down there? After, ask your classmates, let them teach you. Since you don't understand anything. Even if I explain it one night tomorrow, you won't even understand it. Olodo. And that child will keep quiet. And at the end, by the time they are doing their classwork, I find out that he will always hold his pen like this. But he's not writing anything. So one day I asked him, oh, other ones are really doing by then the teacher stepped out. They are doing the classwork. I said, why don't you join them? I don't see you writing anything. Oh, yeah, start writing. So when I saw him writing, I continued marking what I was marking and at the same time watching over them. So I thought he was really writing or maybe trying to solve the question. I didn't know that he just copied the question that same way. Even to copy that question properly, he couldn't even copy it very well. And they all submitted. So by the time I was marking their books, I came across that I look at that book, the size book, try to go over all of them from the beginning to the point where he did the last classwork. I called the class teacher. How come this boy is always having this kind of score? And I noticed the way he is always staying in the class, so quiet. He's not even participating in class activities the way he's supposed to. I see other ones lively. He tends to be so quiet. So the teacher said, don't mind him. And he's always like that. Although since the parents will not do anything, he will keep on staying here. He's going to fail. He's going to fail. I know it. He's going to fail. So why are you saying that? Will you be happy if the child fails? He said, what's my business? If you like, let him pass. If he doesn't like, let him not pass. I said, no. If this child happens to fail, it means that you have not taught. He said, what? What are you talking about? All these ones that are passing since I've been handling them, does it mean that I've not been teaching them? I teach everybody, but he decided not to learn. I said, no. Everybody cannot learn in the same pace. They might not understand the same at the same time. Some people understand when their friends will explain to them, and some people understand by the time they ask you, sir, I don't understand what you say, and you will re-explain, and you see them being carried along. But this one, I see you shutting that child up, even when he's trying to show a little interest that he didn't understand what you're saying. He said, it's not my business. He's not understanding anything. So one day, I decided to call that particular child and ask him, why is it that you don't participate when the teacher is teaching and your classmates, they are doing classwork. He put his face down like this. I said, no, don't be shy. I'm your friend. You can confide in me. I'm your friend. He folded, he put his face down. I said, what is the problem? Just tell me how you feel. He said, they are saying I'm dumb. I don't know anything. I said, it's not true. You are not dumb. Nobody's born to be dumb. Do you really want to excel? Do you really want to understand and participate like other ones? He said yes, that he wants to see himself like that, but that he feels that he cannot do it. And nobody wants to teach him. So when he asks them, they laugh him to scorn. I said, oh. So, but do you really want to understand now? He said, yes. I said, okay. Do you know what will happen now? Your friends will be going for break. You will not go for break. I'm not punishing you. I love you. Will you be my friend? And he said, yes. So I became friendly with him and now took up his book, tried to solve a particular thing. And he said, how did you do this one here? How did I say, okay. I showed him how I did it. I said, oh, yeah, do your own. Let me give you different numbers from the worst figures that I did. So he tried, and I saw that he really got the first step. So he really needed one-on-one talk. He really needed somebody to show him that he can do it, somebody to love him, somebody to understand the way he learned, somebody to make him to build that confidence that he's not dumb. I said, okay. Sometimes I might not have the time in the class here to do it. Some days I got a particular child that was bright. I said, do you really like how your colleague is doing? He said, no. I said, why do you people laugh at him? Don't you know that he's feeling so bad? He could be your brother. He said, Auntie, sorry. I said, don't join them to do that again. During break, I would like you to teach him a little thing. I will show you what you teach him. Just be teaching him. First of all, by the time you call the child self, ask him question, even to express himself. If you ask him, how do you feel? He cannot express himself. He couldn't even express himself. So I try to tell him, just say it. Whether you're right or wrong, just speak out. You need to say it. Just say it. If you don't get it, I will correct you. I'm not going to laugh at you. So he now began to gain that confidence. So I now told him, whenever I'm teaching, I want you to raise your hand. Just say it, answer. If you don't get it, I'll correct you and nobody will laugh at you. He said, okay. I now spoke to the colleagues, the classmates. So I started teaching. So by the time I asked questions and he followed and raised his hand, other ones were like, eh? He's raising his hand. I said, of course, you're not the only one in this class. It's like he has the correct answer for us. Oh yeah, answer. You raise and say something like his voice now. I say, no, just speak it out. Nobody should laugh at him. Oh. Nobody should laugh at him. All of you are his friends. Do you understand? They said yes. And he answered. I said, wow, you really tried. But that's not the correct answer. See the correct answer. And I really like that you had that confidence to raise your hand to answer the question. Everybody clap for him. And they clapped for him. He felt happy for the first time. For the first time. Everybody likes to be praised when you do something right. So he now felt so happy, comfortable being among his peers. So even when they are playing before, when he comes to play with anybody, they will shun him and say, please go, you dumb boy, before you mess up the whole thing that we're doing. But by the time I finished speaking with them, when they are playing during break period, they do accept him when they are playing. When I put him in a particular group when they are doing class activities, they accepted him. and they now share ideas. I said, when you're performing your task in your own group, each group, I can share them into 3 or 4 groups. Allow him to contribute. Let it be that what he's saying might not be right, but at least you correct him politely and see how we're doing it so that he can feel love. And I can tell you right from that moment, that child started participating in class activities. He gained confidence in himself that at least he can do something. But one thing is that I got to find out that um, the parents, when they were moving from a particular place to another place, another environment, they changed school for him from primary 1, 2, 3. And when they change, if at all that by the time they are moving to another environment is when he was, let's say, in second term of primary 1 or primary 2, by the time they move to another environment, and maybe before they could find school and all that, oh, they want the child to start from primary 2 or to start from primary 3 without even concluding the previous class, without completing the previous class he tends to miss the basics. So hence, excuse me, hence you miss the basics, it will be difficult for you to cope if you don't have anybody teaching you, trying to cover up the areas that you really miss. That thing it was really affecting that particular boy. And the parents too don't even ask him, did you come back with homework today? Let me just see what it is. So when I asked him, does your mom help you in your homework? He said no. One uncle used to come and look at it and say, okay, see how he do it. But does he stay there to supervise what you're doing? He said no. So we really need to be involved in our children's activities. When they come back with homework, you do with them. You do it with them. I could remember when my children were much younger, when they come back with their homework too, almost everybody in the house do participate, join them. What did they give you today? Let's see it. And they solve it and we'll look at it before they can even submit it. At a time, one of my children have to gain so much confidence that he understands what he's doing. Actually, he does it very well. He will do it very well. And by the time you say, no, maybe you can follow this, say, no, that's not the step Auntie said we should follow. So you don't shun children, shut them up when they want to ask questions. If not, they will just be hiding in a particular mood without coming out there and now be feeling dejected and emotionally abused. That particular child gained confidence, though by the time I left, I was carried up with other activities and the place was really quite far from where I'm staying. So I didn't get to check up, but I told him when I was leaving that my teaching practice time was really over and I needed to go back to school. So he should really continue doing what I've taught him, try to participate in the class activities, ask questions, and in a way I spoke with the teacher, the class teacher, to try to control his emotions, his anger, not to be abusing that particular child, talking him down, calling him names. It makes him to feel uncomfortable, makes him to feel not being accepted. That will really ruin his life. He said, okay, I will try. So I said, please, take all of them as your children. I've really learned a lot from you. And I believe that we might even meet somewhere else. Who knows what that child is going to be tomorrow? Try to take every child as yours too. When you see them going wrong, try to correct in a way that you you could. Politely, with respect. Everybody needs respect. Whether you're small, young, old, they deserve respect. You respect people, talk to them politely, not in insultive way. Not an insultive way. So that was how I was able to contribute a little to that child. I was able to contribute a little to his life. And I believe by God's grace, he should be doing well. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you. I really appreciate. Please do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. God bless you and do have a lovely day. Bye-bye.